Okay, so this video is going to give you 10 reasons why I am switching from ChatGPT to Gemini for the same price. So I've always used ChatGPT for the last year or more than a year, I don't know. I've lost track of time. And I kind of dabbled in Gemini a little bit, but I didn't really see that there was any benefit to changing over since I was so used to ChatGPT. And then I became interested in VO3. And so I had to get into Gemini and subscribe to their pro plan to get better, more access to that. I was able to use VO3 through Canva and through Leonardo, but it was expensive and very limited. And so that was one way I could get in there and really play around. And once I had the plan, I realized there were so many advantages to Gemini that switching was a no-brainer for me. So I'm just going to tell you why. So one of the reasons why is there is a bigger context window in Gemini, which means you can add more information to a prompt, more documents, more stuff to be analyzed in one go compared to ChatGPT. That was rarely a limitation for me, but it does have a bigger context window, so it's worth mentioning. The other reason is deep research. I did actually use deep research a lot in ChatGPT, and Gemini has the same functionality, so I still got that. I did use GPTs also in ChatGPT. In Gemini, they have gems, and let me just show you that. I've actually created a gem. So when you go to explore gems, you can create a new gem, just like you would create a chat GPT, whatever the heck they're called. They also have experimental ones, which takes me to the third reason why I love Gemini, and that is the storybook feature. You can actually have this write a storybook. Write a story about a boy who fixes his truck. Actually, you can personalize it. Okay, this is such a fun way to make personalized stories for your kids. So it's going to create the story, and that's not even the best part. It's also going to generate images for it. It's going to put it into a flipbook style player, and you can have it read to you. So there will be an audio that says, read this story to me. Okay, so here is the book, and you can see you flip through it, and it will have, a whole storyline with a plot and everything. And here is where you can listen to it.
One sunny afternoon, after a spectacular jump off the porch steps.
Okay, so you see that, and then you can share this with other people. You can copy the link, and so here's what the link looks like. Let's just take a look here. If you sent this in a post or to a friend, it's going to have this nice little storybook, and they can also listen to it. I just think that's the coolest feature ever. I love that. Okay, the other thing is this also has the study feature. So ChatGPT has a study feature as well. And so you can basically, they call it guided learning here, but you can basically give it a topic and it kind of teaches you and asks you questions and has you think about the content. And then another thing that I absolutely love is their new image model, Nano Banana, which I didn't even switch over for that. That actually was released while I was on my pro subscription, but it is super cool. Watch for a future video on that. I've got a whole video all about Nano Banana, and actually, look at this. Gemini actually made this infographic for me explaining Nano Banana and what the benefits are and different use cases and things. And I'm going to try out all of these use cases and show you in a future video. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. Okay, that was actually 6 use cases. I have 4 more, and I saved the best for last. One of my favorite things is NotebookLM, and you can actually use this on the free plan. So you can get in there and use it, but you can only do 3 notebooks a day, and you don't have the option to do a video. So basically you can pull in sources into NotebookLM, the chatbot will only focus on those specific sources as it gives you content. So it's not like it's open to the whole web. It's just going to focus on those sources, and then you can have it create an audio podcast type of summary for you, a video summary, which I'm generating right now, different types of reports, study guides. You can ask for quizzes. You can just do all kinds of stuff with that content. NotebookLM is absolutely fantastic. So I love that I can make all of these videos using NotebookLM. It's one of my favorite features. The video does take a while to generate. I'm not going to stick around, but you can check out my other videos about NotebookLM where I show you the videos that are created. They aren't highly animated. They aren't like that great, but the fact that it gives you a visual summary is pretty impressive. But I'm going to jump on here and move on to Google Labs. So I do believe some of these Google Lab features they have here, you can get on a free plan. But what you do get on the Pro plan is you can go into Flow and you have AI credits to use VO3 and VO2 to make videos. So this one is a four-wheeler going through with a bunch of snakes. And this was actually based off an actual photograph. So this is just the kind of stuff you can do. This one's off of a actual video of my son jumping, and that captured a lot of the details almost exactly on my son's four-wheeler. And then I added all these tigers running around it. So, I mean, you can just do some super cool stuff here with Flow. You also have access to WISK, where you can also generate images and then turn them into videos. I'm not going to go into that actually, but those are some of my favorite labs that you get the AI credits for. You get 1,000 AI credits that you can use in WISK and Flow, and possibly in other places as well. Those are the only two labs that I actually find useful for my work. And then you have Google Vids, which you also have this on the free program. This is actually an example of what you can do on a free program. You can do videos with Google just like you would do a document. Now they have this video feature. You can record, you can upload videos, you can use templates, you can convert slides. But if you're on the Pro plan, you actually have 3 more options. You can generate videos with VO3 using Google Vids. You can create storyboards, and you can do AI avatars. So it has more capabilities. Now, Google Vids is actually a new feature that they've just released like in the last few months. So I will be making a video on this as well, just to show you how it works. Most of it's pretty intuitive if you jump in there, but if you've never used a video editor, you need to kind of get warmed up to how that works. Each of these 10 reasons why I changed, is not some new, innovative, amazing thing. Well, actually, it's all amazing, but the fact is, it's all 10 of these things for one $20 fee. And I mean, that is so impressive. Oh, actually, there's one I completely forgot to share with you. Actually, it is probably the most important one. You can actually use Gemini within your documents. So if you are a Google Docs user, then Gemini is really a no-brainer. Honestly, just a no-brainer. You can see Gemini is right up here, but also within your document, you can ask for stuff. So give me 10 mental health quotes. It only gave me 1. So it did not give me 10. It was supposed to give me 10, but I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to try to fix that. It's going to have errors just like they all do. The point is, in the past, I would go from my chat, I would have to copy and paste stuff into my docs. So now I have it right there. I can actually do research right over here and get content and have it inserted right into my document. I will be doing more videos in the future on that too, because I mean, there's just a whole bunch of power just in that alone. It's just having it here in your documents. So Actually, I can't believe I almost forgot that one. So, like I said, you get all of that for $20 a month. I mean, it's a bargain. So I couldn't say no to that. I have to be on Gemini, and I will probably just keep using Gemini on into the future. And that's why I changed from ChatGPT to Gemini. If you have other reasons why you changed, leave them in the comments below. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a beautifully, wonderfully awesome day.